Hey everyone, Tanya from Shooting Star SVG back, and today I am going to go through an Etsy shop critique. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click on like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos so that way you can grow your business and change your life. For those of you who are just joining me, I go through these Etsy shop critiques every now and again. That basically will go through a shop's brand, aesthetic, a couple of listings and their titles and tags, and make sure everything is kosher so that way they can increase traffic and hopefully drive additional sales and up that elusive conversion rate. So I do these completely off the cuff. I will open up the shop and basically choose a few listings and then go through everything so you guys will see my reaction as they come through. So instead of me babbling on, I'm going to go ahead on over to my computer screen and get started. So let's begin. Today I am going through ChaChuArts, which is digital paper, clip arts, and more. And she does have a banner up here, which is pretty basic and straightforward, which is good. And that actually resonates with her logo, which is fantastic. She has had 79 sales since her inception, and I'm going to go ahead and click on favorite. Looks like the shop announcement hasn't been updated in a while, so I would recommend maybe updating that. Your shop sections are filled out, so that's good. And the one thing I appreciate is the consistency of the promotional images here, where you do have this little banner that kind of has your shop name on it, and then a little bit more about what the person would be getting. I find that's really important. Not a lot of people do that. They fail to put their logo on there or what type of files that person may be getting as a digital file, and it's really helpful when people are scrolling through, because then they don't have to click on the listing to figure out if you're providing a PDF or a JPEG or a PNG or SVG, whatever it might be. Okay, they can get that right from the thumbnail. So good work with that for sure. The consistency is great, and you are using your shop colors and your font that you have chosen in your banner and your logo, so that's great. Scrolling down here, you have had 48 reviews, which is fantastic considering you've had a little under 80 sales. So half of the people who have bought your items have reviewed, which is kind of unheard of actually, but that's a really good thing. All positive reviews here. Wow, yeah, and then scrolling down, you do have some things showcased here, which is really nice, and you have your story. You also have your shop member filled out, and it looks like everything here is kind of filled out in your policies, but you may want to just double check and make sure that everything's up to snuff, and maybe get some FAQ in there about how people can use your papers, whether it's for digital scrapbooking or printing or things of that nature. So I went ahead and chose 2 listings to go ahead and go through. So we'll go ahead and get started there. The first one that I chose was the bouquet heart paper. And it does look like you have quite a few mock-ups here, which is good. And this shows a lot of close-up images of what the papers look like. So that's really cool. That way people can really see the showcase there. And you also mentioned that it's a digital product and that nothing will be shipped. What's kind of throwing me off here is the title. First thing I noticed is that bouquet is actually B-O-K-E-H. And I'm probably not even pronouncing that correctly. You use commercial use freebies, which I'm not sure why. Maybe I'll get some insight on that in the description. Craft paper, origami paper, printable paper, background. So you're stuffing a lot of keywords in here, and one thing that I try to let people know is that Etsy always recommends going for short to the point titles that you will then integrate into your tags, as well as your description. And when you have those things listed in title, description, and tags as your keywords, Etsy's going to say, yep, okay, this person is looking for a bouquet heart pattern, and it is in the title, is in the description, is in the tags. So this must be what the customer's looking for. They're going to be more prone to click, so I'm going to put this one up in the search results. And here you just have stuffed all these keywords in here. It's really not needed because these are beautiful, beautiful papers. And you may not even need to list the 12. I've seen a lot of that as I've been going through these shop critiques. Is people will list like, I have 10 of these, or 6 of these, or whatever. I would just put bokeh heart digital paper, maybe purple digital paper. You really want to just stick to like 3 keywords. It's hard for me to sit down and like come up with these off the cuff because I don't sell digital paper art. I sell SVG, so the keywords are just a smidge different. And so if you haven't already, go ahead and check out the Etsy tag planner that I have generated, and that may help you when you're going through and using a keyword tool to start getting ideas for how you want to optimize your title on Etsy. Once you get that sorted out and get rid of some of that fluff, you want to copy and paste that and put it in the beginning of your description. We're going to look at your description, and it looks like you did go ahead and copy and paste this and put that in the beginning, so that's good. You mentioned that they're 12 by 12 and they're in JPEG at 300 DPI, that there are 12 papers, and what they can be used for. Also, the file contents, how they're delivered, personal and commercial use, cannot be transferred in one person use only. You may not resell the product, and to call if contact you if there's any inquiries. You definitely want to get the IN in front of queries, and no cancellation or refund as the product is a digital download. So you did good on the description. It's a canned description, so really you can just add in your title and kind of go from there. So let's see what this looks like. 12 pink. Here we go. So this has only had 25 views. I'm going to go ahead and click on this and see what eRank has to tell me. Your visibility score is 9%. That's not very good. You've had this listed for over a year, and again, it talks about your title needing to be truncated and that your title may have been written for computers. So again, that kind of goes back to that Etsy doesn't really like to see that, so they're not going to pop it at the beginning of the search feed because it just doesn't look authentic. Okay, the more authentic you are, the better it's going to be. So I'm presuming if one title's like this, the majority of your titles are probably also like this. I would highly recommend going through and editing those titles so they're a little bit more user-friendly and have readability. Now, there are other people out there who do not agree with how I teach things, and that is fine. Everybody has their own way of doing things. I just don't recommend keyword stuffing in titles, okay? Some people say that it's worth it. I haven't found any value in it. I personally don't keyword stuff titles. I don't put a ton of time into my shops, and I'm making a good amount of money, so it works for me. You can try it out, and if it doesn't work for you, then you can continue to keyword stuff, but it just goes against everything that Etsy says, okay? So let's get down to the tags. You do have 13 tags, but they're all over the place. I'm just going to sort it by searches, and you are using tags that are not being searched like at all. And so this could be a reason why your traffic is not so high, okay? Valentine is not spelled appropriately for this tag. Valentine patterns is, but all you can see it's a high competition but very low search. You never want to put your name in as the tag because that's kind of just a waste. People probably aren't searching for your shop name. It's very rare that people will search for a shop name on Etsy. So you're just wasting tag space when you're doing that. You have the tag freebies. I'm not sure why that's in there. I didn't see anything in your description, so I'm just really confused here. Geometric pattern, I guess, could work, but I wouldn't say that this is a geometric pattern at all. You do have heart pattern in here, which is fine. I don't see anything in here about, okay, so you have digital paper bundle and scrapbook papers, commercial use paper. I think that you really need some work on your tags to get traction here. Now, I didn't look and see where your attributes were. If you list any attributes, I would definitely get the colors pink and purple in there because filters are something that can be very powerful, but you definitely want to get some work done on these tags. For this, I would definitely focus on the 3 keywords and then get those 3 keywords into the tags. Like heart pattern is it here? It is. You don't have anything about bokeh in here, which is interesting. So you definitely want to make sure that that's in your tags if that's what you're trying to reach. And that's definitely what this pattern is, right? Is bokeh hearts. So you definitely want to get that in there, or just bokeh in general. Bokeh digital paper would be one. And it's okay to repeat long tail tags. I do it, you know, I will do like something SVG, something SVG, so on and so forth. If I have room in my tag, why the heck not, right? As long as it's not affecting my tags, it's not a huge deal. As long as I have it in there one time, if I repeat it, it's not the end of the world. But for you to get more traction on this, you definitely need to do some keyword research, specifically on digital papers, and I'm afraid that we'll probably run into the same thing here. Okay, so you do have a primary color of red. Card making and stationery kits crafts. Your secondary color is blue, is a geometric pattern, and you list it for Valentine's Day. Okay, so it's not horrible. And this is what you look like in Google. So really, I would get rid of this about this item. It's taking up so much space. And just make sure when you optimize your title, it's just going to get in there, okay? So it's a good effort, but you definitely need to work on your tags if you want to see some more traction on this listing, okay? So I'm going to go to the next one here. This is a black shimmer metallic foil scrapbook paper. It's really pretty. It's super pretty. And you have a lot of different photos showcasing that. I would recommend getting rid of this green. It's kind of very hard to read against this black and gold background. I'm going to presume that your description is the same, so we'll go ahead and check here. You definitely want to edit that because this is not a digital leaf pattern paper, is it? You say it's a metallic foil, but down here you say digital leaf, so you definitely want to get that adjusted. And then it looks like everything is the same from the last description that we went through, so I'm not going to go ahead and hammer on that. The title, again, needs a little bit of work. Black shimmer metallic foil scrapbook digital paper for scrapbooking is redundant. You can get rid of for scrapbooking. Or origami craft paper for crafting. Get rid of for crafting. Digital papers for graphic designer. The title just is not very readable, and I'm sure Etsy Rank is going to tell me the same thing when I go in. So you want to focus on what this is, right? So metallic foil, gold foil digital paper. Black and gold foil digital paper. Black and gold origami craft paper. Okay, these are the types of things that you want to put in your title. And you want to get rid of all the rest of the fluff. And then in turn, you want to make sure that these are in your tags. So let's see. Black shimmer. Okay, so it's had 18 views. Let's just click on this and see what we got going on here, okay? Your visibility score, again, is 9%, and that is just, it's very low. So it talks about your title, again, that your title may be truncated. Now, it didn't give you that same robot-y response that it did on the other one. We'll go ahead and check your tags out here. Okay, so instant downloads, you definitely want to get rid of. Background paper, I guess, is one that could work, but it doesn't have very many average searches. So what I try to tell everybody is when you're focusing on your tags, you want to find a mix of keywords that people are entering into Etsy that have a high, medium, and low competition, right? So you want some that are on the high competition scale so you can get into that mix. But if you get in the low and medium range of competition, you're going to have more of a chance to be seen by somebody who's looking for something very specific. So really the trick is when you're creating listings is to try to find those. Now, I didn't do that when I first started my first SVG shop, right? So my growth was very slow. Now that thing's kind of on autopilot. I haven't added anything to that shop since, I don't know, it's been a few months, and it's still generating income month over month. That is very consistent. I have implemented this with my new shop that I started in December, And I'm almost making as much as my old shop is on this one this month. I think a lot of that in part is due to Valentine's Day, but what I'm getting at is I've learned from my first shop, opening my second shop up, and I'm making money more rapidly is what I'm getting at. So for these, what you really want to focus on is what the customer may be looking for. Instant downloads is not really something that somebody's going to punch in to Etsy search because it's just going to come up with so many freaking things. People are going to be more specific than that because they're coming to Etsy with a purpose to find something very specific because it's a marketplace, right? Black gold pattern paper, digital paper bundle. This is a waste of a tag. Scrapbook paper pack isn't horrible, but again, nobody's searching for it. Same with origami paper pack, craft paper pack. So this paper pack, you're just filling these tags. Commercial use paper is a waste, freebies inside. You tag your name again. Glass texture paper does not make sense for this. Metallic black paper does. I would really focus on that gold foil, and I do not see anything in here about gold foil in your tags. Gold foil paper, metallic foil digital paper, things like that. So for you to get more traction on these listings and on your shop, you're really going to have to focus on what tags are going to work well because it's beautiful stuff. It's very, very pretty. If you're not optimizing the tags and the titles, you're never going to get found in the sea of digital paper sellers. I just want to show you digital scrapbook paper. I'm going to do a search on Etsy real fast and we'll see how many results pop up. Over 700,000 results are popping up with advertisements for digital scrapbook paper. Now, if I bring that down a little bit and I go to gold foil digital paper, okay? It's 11,000 results, so it's much, much less. Now look at this, black and gold foil digital paper. Let's see what comes up here. Then I even get down to 1,815 results when I get ridiculously specific. The thing is you're not seeing, and yours would fit well in this queue. You're not going to come up on the first page, and this is where you want to land, right? But to do that, you have to make sure that you have the proper tags. And Etsy Rank can help you with that. We'll just go ahead and I'm going to click on this things. This is a Things by Larry, and of course I closed that at eRank like an idiot. And we're going to see if I can't get this. He probably has, or she has, a ton of listings. So I might not even be able to find this one on here, but I just 30 black and gold. Yeah, that one's not going to come up, unfortunately, because they have over 1,000 listings. Digital Curios probably won't either because I know that they have a ridiculous amount of listings as well. Anyways, you can use Etsy Rank to look at some of your competitors' listings and see what their tags are, which is very useful, okay? So, I mean, really, you have really nice stuff in your shop, and you should be making sales or more sales than you have already. I think the issue is right now is you really have to focus on optimizing your titles and your tags to be shown because your promotional images are really, really good. It's showcasing your work. You have, your name on there with the 12 by 12, 300 DPI. You have everything split up into shop sections, but you just have these weird, funky things in there like freebies. I'm not really sure. It's confusing to me as somebody who's looking to purchase. And it would kind of be a turnoff, to be honest with you. And of course, I'm here to help in whatever you may need, so feel free to reach out to me if you need that. If you have any questions about what I went through, you can go ahead and drop a comment below. You can join up the Facebook group where we're creating a community of like-minded individuals looking to grow their semi-passive income with digital downloads. And, like I said, reach out to me on Messenger, whatever you need. And if you're watching this and you got something out of this video, please click like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos, so that way you guys can grow your business and change your life. And if you need anything else, don't hesitate to reach out, and I will catch you on the next video. Have a good night.